I'm going to say something blunt. View-through conversions are not proof. It's vibes, and it's how platforms manufacture confidence. View-throughs are useful for a hypothesis. Like maybe this creative is helping or we're driving more awareness. It's a dangerous foundation for budget decisions. Even if you scale ad spend based on view-through compressions, your in-platform ROAS may go up. You don't generally see the same amount of money show up in your bank account. So that's how I know it's arbitrary. Sometimes it's true and sometimes it isn't. So that's what we're going to unpack here. Because if you want the standard of truth, you need a rule. If it wasn't a click, it doesn't count for optimization decisions. I'm not saying view through is always worthless. I'm just saying don't let it decide where your money goes. A framework you can steal, a really light one, is called the proof ladder. Level 1 is click-based attribution. It's transparent. That's the standard. Level 2, first-party data matching. Match order IDs and CRM lead IDs against click IDs. And then level 3, which is the value of a cohort over time. 30 and 60, 90 days of revenue back to these verified clicks against verified order data and CRM data. That's the proof ladder that you need in order to scale. Notice there's no concept of a view you can't prove, because if you let the platform define the truth, you will always be confused, reactive, and not have any more money, most likely. So how do these view-through conversions work? Basically, as you cruise around the web, you see ads all over the place when you're on websites. Those ads note when you've scrolled by and they've been on whatever web page you're on. And then when you buy, that signal through either the conversion APIs or through pixels gets reported back to the ad platform showing the view. And if that's the last thing they have for you as interaction with that brand, they'll say that that view converted you. There's many times I've been managing my 9 or 10 fantasy football teams and I see ads on there, or my fantasy hockey team. And you know what? I'm blind to them because I'm there managing my fantasy team. And then if I buy something from that brand, which I can't think of one because I'm blind to them, that would then be a view-through conversion credit if it showed up on that page within a certain amount of time. Some platforms go 30 days out for a view, which is bananas. So what do people get wrong about these view-throughs? Well, basing budget decisions on them. That's a scary thing to do because it doesn't work generally. If it did work, everyone would just do it and be rich because the ROI reported from a view through is quite high. And no one seems to be able to scale strictly based on that number. They need the click-based evidence as well. It can be an indicator that that ad is helping. The second thing is that they go all or nothing approach. Like view throughs can't be the basis of your budget strategy, but saying that no one ever converted on a view is incorrect also, because you might have very compelling creative that you viewed, or in case of a strong video, through ads, view-through conversions definitely are an element of your strategy. It's just not as big of one as the ad platforms claim. That's what I'm stating. So given this environment, what's the best practice on how to use view-throughs? It's to use a percentage of what the ad platforms claim. What is that percentage? It depends on your funnel. Do you suddenly have rising revenue because of some great new video creative? Then you want to use some percentage of that view-through credit. The view-through percentage you want to use could depend on a couple of things. If that video is a bottom of the funnel target, then you can use maybe half of the view-through credit. If it's a top of the funnel, I suggest 25%. Or a more advanced strategy is to use all your revenue that is being attributed, either unattributed, direct conversions, which are the bane of anyone's existence, or branded campaigns that convert. Because in those three instances, there's some marketing that had to make those people eventually convert that way. And if you want to take that percentage of revenue and have that be how much you give credit to view, at least you're using a mathematically sound approach. The agencies scaling fastest aren't chasing view-through numbers. They just use it strategically. They're using proof standards to make bold moves. One core media use mostly click-based first click attribution to get the proof that they were scaling their prospecting campaigns for Sweetlets. They acquired more new customers and drove more revenue while cutting ad spend. And so how we handled that inside our platform, Wicked Reports, is when we report Meta's view through conversion, there's a slider and you can mute the impact down to 25, 50, 0, or keep it at 100%. So you can see the impact and change your mind based on the considerations I outlined in this video. So that's how I'd recommend you use view through conversions. And you can see more about that case study